and stayed back. I think we got this one fixed.
Hey, it's too loud.
Ryan with True Arms.
Patrick at Skypilot Gunsmithing.
And we are doing our first, collaboration on a YouTube video, and it's meant for the customers to understand something that they may or may not know when it comes to
Suppressors.
Correct. So today we're out at the property, in the jungle, as we like to call it, because the grass is about 4 foot tall. In fact, I lost my child somewhere. We'll find her later. That's a joke. Calm down. So one of the things that people always ask about is suppressors, or they want, work done so that their firearm can take a suppressor. But a lot of people are unsure what the legalities and what the, what's the word I'm looking for? The system to obtain a suppressor. Mr. Patrick here, who runs Skypilot Gunsmithing, has a Class 3 NFA license, and he can hook you up with all those needs that you may or may not want. So, can you kind of walk us through what the process is to obtain a suppressor legally, of course?
Process is really pretty simple. Once you find the suppressor you want, either at the shop or online, have it sent to Skypilot Gunsmithing. Most folks already have my SOT FFL. If not, just let me know and I can get it to them. Once it comes, I'll give you a call. We come down, do the paperwork. Unfortunately, can't do the paperwork ahead of time because we need the serial number off of either the suppressor, the short-barreled rifle, the shot-off shotgun, whatever NFA item that you are purchasing. And once that comes, we come down, we do all the paperwork, be it through a trust or individual. I have all the fingerprint cards, I have all the paperwork. The only thing you need to obtain outside of the shop is 2 passport photos. You can get those at Walmart, Walgreens, post office, any place that like that. We do the paperwork. Like I say, I give you the envelope, we put everything in there. You go down to the sheriff's office or your local county sheriff and get fingerprinted, put all that in with your payment and ship it off to the ATF's bank in Oregon. And then the waiting begins. Last one I got was a 10-month wait. The one before that was 9 months. Let me just caution you, there are folks out there that will have you do the paperwork through them, which is an option. But according to my ATF source, a lot of those are getting delayed or even destroyed because they're wrong or they get the cart before the horse, which I can explain later. But pretty simple. Like I say, I have everything, fingerprint cards, paperwork, the whole bit. You don't need to do anything, but we have to have the suppressor or the NFA item first so we can get the serial number off of it, because that has to go on the paperwork.
So the question is, you're a distributor through certain suppressor manufacturers, right? You can order, if you find something, he can order it for you, no different than if you come to either one of us and say, hey, I found a specific firearm I want, can you order it? You can do the same thing with suppressors, right?
I can do the same thing with suppressors, yep. Or one of the more popular ones is Silencer Co., a silencer shop. I'm listed with them, so if you find something, you just go ahead and buy it online, just like you would if you were getting a gun at Bud's Guns or wherever. Just purchase it, choose Skypilot Gunsmithing, it'll come here, and then come do the paperwork, and then the wait begins.
And talking about suppressors, if you have a firearm that you would like a suppressor on, but it's not fit for one yet, you can always talk to either one of us, and we can also get your firearm set up so that it can run a suppressor. Whether it be, I mean, AR-15s are already threaded, but let's say you've got a traditional bolt-action hunting rifle that you've been wanting to suppress, bring it to us, we'll take some measurements, and we will get it threaded for you so that you can run that suppressor, whatever the case may be. So I think the next thing we're going to do is, I guess, why do you need a suppressor?
The main reason, hearing protection. The other reason is for like hunting coyotes or things like that. Hogs, it does not scare the whole herd away, or pack, as the case may be. And they're just cool.
There's a fun factor to them, right?
Fun factor, yeah.
So that's the biggest thing. And one of the biggest misconceptions I think that's out there is people always say, well, silencers are illegal. They're illegal. You can't have them. You know, it's Hollywood only stuff. And that is absolutely not the case whatsoever.
Not in Missouri.
Not in Missouri.
Some states are, but
like,
not in Missouri.
My home state of Illinois, you can forget it. It ain't happening. It's getting ridiculous there, but that's a different movie for a different time. But in all reality, here in Missouri, yes, it's annoying, the waiting periods, but they are perfectly legal and you can possess those. Now, what's the deal? After they purchase it and send it in, it stays with you, correct?
Stays with me, yep. It gets put in the pile of about 15 others that I have in my pile.
Like mine?
Uh-huh. And even mine, I have to, for actually the one I'm going to demo today, I've got paperwork in to make it mine rather than the shop's. But even I have to wait, even though I have the license. And it's just one of those deals. It's a federal thing, so it doesn't matter where you are, you're going to wait. The wait time is coming down now, thankfully. It used to be a year, now they got it down to 10 months, and I think it's going to be further on. If you do, kind of off topic, but similar, Form 1 to build your own, like short-barreled rifle on an AR platform, I can explain that to you. Those are getting approved in 3 weeks. So that's
I was
awesome.
going to say, there are some ATF forms that are getting done like super quick. In fact, I've seen some people that literally had a 1 week waiting period, and I think that was just a fluke. But I've seen ones where they've sent them in and a week later the ATF had their stamp for them. So hopefully the system's getting smoothed out a little bit. We, both of us know the ATF has been going through a lot of changes in the way they do stuff. So the processes have kind of been wonky, if that's a proper terminology.
Wonky works. But
So
yeah, Form 1's for building your own suppressor, building your own short-barreled rifle. Which if you want more information on that, just give me a call and we can talk through that, the pros and cons. Those are getting approved in about 3 weeks, which is real nice. And there's a process you have to go through. The hard copy Form 4s for suppressors, for anything already built, machine gun, if you got that kind of cash around, those are still a 10 months plus wait. I tell folks 9 to 12 just because, and if it comes in early, hallelujah, we're all happy. If it's later than that, oh well, you know, it's the government and red tape and the rest of the stuff. But they are getting better, which is good.
And one of the other things we're going to address with this, we're not going to spend the whole time talking. I promise we're getting ready to load up and shoot some different calibers. We got some 300 blackout, some 5.56, some 9mm, 22. I even brought the 7mm Magnum out just in case we decide to get froggy. The thing that I also want to drive home with this is it's nothing like Hollywood.
No.
You can put a suppressor on a firearm and you think it's super quiet and you will never hear the firearm, and that is completely opposite of the truth. You're putting a suppressor on it to make it hearing safe, not perfectly quiet. Because I know if I'm back here in the woods hunting, last thing I want to do is take a 7 mag shot with no hearing protection on, because it's going to blow out your eardrums. It's going to be very uncomfortable. With a suppressor, it's not going to be super quiet, but it'll be enough where you won't get permanent hearing damage.
Your ears will not ring.
Yes, so that's the biggest misconception. That's one of the things that I kind of want to showcase. Yes, there are going to be firearms that are a lot quieter than others, but that's just naturally how it is, you know, and we're going to show that today. 22s are especially super fun to suppress. They are super quiet, but even a 22, if you're running high velocity ammunition with a suppressor on it, is not as quiet as you think it is, but it's still quieter. So should we load up some stuff and start shooting?
Let's do it.
All right, folks, we're going to start off with something small, something everybody knows, the 22 long rifle. And our host is a traditional Walter P22, first generation model. I'm going to take 3 shots with just standard golden bullets, And Mr. Patrick here has a decibel, not decimal, I'm thinking machinist talk, a decibel reader, and we're gonna see what it picks up, just standard, and then we're gonna throw a can on it and see how it performs. Oh. Silly ammo.
113.
What are we running today?
We are running a OSS Rad, one of the new 22 that just came out. I'm one of their distributors, so we can get that at Skypilot. And haven't shot this one before, so it's going to be fun to see what it does.
Look at this bad boy with the suppressor on it. Just looks very cool. So we're ready to test this thing and see what happens? All right, going hot. I'm gonna leave one ear open because I'm just curious. All right. That is super quiet.
95.2.
And I'm not even in frame. That ammo. That is super. All right, once again, OSS 22. Ringy, ringy, ring. That is incredible. So what's up next?
All right, we got the 9mm CZ P10, and we are going to put a Galloway Industries 9mm suppressor on it. So I'm going to take 3 shots unsuppressed, then we'll put the suppressor on it, take 3 shots, and see what we got. There, but I got 2 rounds suppressed, so kind of makes it look big, nose heavy, but should be cool.
All right. $72 is what I was reading.
So 95 down to 72.
That's what it was reaching max, but you may want to run that again. Thank you, sir. This is actually my first time shooting anything bigger than a 22 pistol suppressed. Go be honest with you.
There you go.
So now at this point, I would still probably, if I was going to continuously shoot this, still wear hearing protection. So it may not startle the neighbors as bad, but it's still a little bit noisy to the ear. And I'll take 1 shot with hearing and 1 off and see how it feels, because I'm already deaf.
Huh?
What? All right, here we go. That pistol feels good in the hands, man. All right, we're gonna do
98, 93.
98, 93. All right, I'm gonna take 1 shot with 1 ear off and see what it's like.
That worked good.
Let's try that again. Actually, it's surprisingly comfortable without hearing protection on still. Guess when your mag falls out. That was a little bit louder, but still not bad. So 9mm.
9mm works good.
All right, up next, one of my personal firearms and one that a lot of people like to suppress, the good old 300 Blackout. I'm gonna be running some 220 grain subsonics out of a tiny little magazine because it's my only way I can control myself and save money. So with that being said, after we take our 3 shots, we're gonna be putting this huge honking suppressor on it with subsonics and see how it performs. So first time me personally ever shooting 300 Blackout suppressed. So should be a good time.
Should be.
So here we go. And just to be fair, usually there's a muzzle brake on here, but yeah, took it off for the can. I haven't shot this guy in a long time.
$108. 108 to 109.
108 to 109. And keep in mind, folks, these figures are not 100%, you know, we're doing it off of a phone. We're just basically showing that there is a difference. So now,
just so folks know, this is a 30 cal suppressor, which if you're only going to buy one, I would encourage you to get the 30 cal. That way you can use it anywhere from 223 all the way up to any 30 cal, rather than buying specific, you know, a 223 suppressor, whatever. This one you can use for everything other than pistol calibers and 22 rimfire.
have we ever put one of these on a 22 rimfire?
No,
Totally should do that.
you have to get an adapter.
I can make one.
You could.
All right, so now we see we've got a little bit of extra length to this bad boy. So should be a good time. Once again, 220 grain subsonics. And we're gonna see how she performs. A little bit heavier on the front end, but not too bad. Going hot.
98.
Woo, she's gassy. Smells good. And just for gee whiz, I'm gonna sacrifice my hearing again and throw just one in with no hearing protection to see what it sounds like. Nice and cool. And then you're gonna have to pop some shots off of this thing. Way to go, Ryan. Professional gunsmith. All right. One shot, no hearing protection. And in this case, in all honesty, before I digress too much, if you wanted a decent mid-range hunting rifle that was multi-purpose or hog hunting, whatever the case may be, this is not really a bad little setup to run, especially when you put a can on it. Let's see how she goes. So I'm sitting in the blind. Bambi walks out. Do I hit it? Nope. But it is still comfortable to shoot. So you want to run some rounds through it?
I'll do it later.
Okay. What do we got next, Patrick?
We got the 5.56. We'll shoot a couple unsuppressed just to hear it, and then we'll put on the suppressor. See what she does.
All right.
Ready?
I'm reading you. Yep.
Alrighty.
So that was reading at its peak 115 decibels.
Okay. This is the OSS Helix. This is the one that I got the paperwork in for me. You heard Ryan talk about that other AR being gassy. The old style suppressors, all that gas builds up in the suppressor and then it comes back down the barrel. These are designed so that the gas escapes out the front and doesn't come back in your face. So we're gonna give it a try. 30 cal suppressor on a 223 rifle, and we'll see what she does.
Nice quick detach as well. Oh, that's right. They go left-hand threads.
Yep. Okay. See what it does here.
That is quiet. You're averaging around 90 decibels. So you lost about 25 decibels with that can.
That's the best so far.
Yeah, that thing is super quiet. And next on the list.
All right, we got 7mm 08 AR, built exclusively from Aero Precision parts. Some of the highest quality components. that they have. Again, I'm one of their distributors, so I can get those for you. Athlon optic on it, great optic, great prices. So once again, like we've done before, we'll do 3 unsuppressed. We'll put the suppressor on. It'll be the same Helix suppressors we used on the 223, and we'll go from there.
Oh, I guess I better. All right.
Ready?
Yep. Take 2.
Yeah.
All right, so we got one last one we're going to show you because we've covered everything semi-auto, but nothing really bolt action or more traditional hunting rifle style. This is my Remington 770. I just finished it up a couple days ago. Haven't had a chance to shoot it. New optic on it, new all that good fun stuff. Who cares about the specifics right now? We just want to see how it does suppressed. This is 7mm Remington Magnum running 150 grain Remington core locks, and we are literally only about 25 yards or less, say even less, from the target. So I want to hit the target, but I don't at the same time because steel is expensive. So we're going to take a couple shots. This one is running a custom brake that I built, a radial type brake, because the recoil is absolutely ridiculous on these things, and I'm going to do my best not to break my phone. So here we go. And then we're going to put the 30 cal can on this thing. I'm not expecting to see a huge difference because this is a pretty hefty cartridge, but if it's enough to keep your ears from ringing when you're hunting, well, so be it. So here we go. Remember, I don't know where this is going at the moment. And going hot.
73.
That ain't right.
That ain't right.
It's the quietest firearm we've got.
That's right.
Got to reload my brass. And you know what? The muzzle brake could actually be throwing stuff off too because it's doing weird stuff.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Oh yeah, I can feel it too. It just drained my sinuses.
104.
104, so we know that that's not an accurate representation because that is a lot louder than that. But I'm gonna pause it. We're gonna throw the can on it and see what happens. All right, folks, we're back. Got the 30 cal can on it. This thing is super front end heavy. Like I said, I'm not sure what's gonna happen because it is a 30 cal can. We're talking about a 7 mag, and we'll see what it does. I'm curious what the recoil is gonna be like, and I'm curious what the sound suppression is gonna be like, but I guess we'll find out. So make sure your cans are Magnum rated before you start running Magnum cartridges through them. So once again, 150 grain. Let's give it a go. This thing needs to be on a bench, man. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yep. 110.
So it's louder than it was, but it wasn't louder than it was.
But it wasn't louder than it was.
That's actually surprisingly quiet.
Yeah, it's a lot quieter.
Okay. So real world, I'm out deer hunting with my cool sunglasses on. Bambi walks out, running the 7 mag. Oh look, let's take care of that pesky coyote while we're at it. All right, let's see. It still makes your ears ring, but it is not near as bad as you expect. So, yep, 7 mag. Woo! Sucker's hot. But yep, 7 mag, running a 30 cal can. Then you can run it on your 300 Blackout. You can run it on your 30-06. pretty much run it on any 30 cal or below, and you got a one-use suppressor, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add before we wrap this up?
Just want to let folks know that all these suppressors are at the shop, and they are available for demo. Obviously, I have to be with you when you demo them, so that we don't get in trouble with law enforcement and you all don't go to jail for having a controlled item without the proper tax stamp. But just let me know if you want to demo any of them or see what they're like, and we'll go from there. So let me know, or let Ryan know if you have any questions, and appreciate you watching us.
Thanks, guys. We will see you next time.